Lil Will was, well, no, he wasn't on no crazy stuff. He was basically breaking down how NBA players go broke. The average NBA player lifespan in the NBA is only 4 years on average. And he was saying, yo, if you get a $5 million contract or a $4 million contract, by the time you get done with all of the fees, taxes, agents, NBA, stash, all of that stuff, he said that you probably only gonna be at about 1.5, and then you got to make that. So let's say you make $6 million in the NBA after all of the fees, and that's supposed to last you for the rest of your lifetime. It's not gonna work. But then he said something about women, and I was like, that kind of caught my eye. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, wait a minute, we got to revisit that, and I'm gonna say that. Chris, you crazy. Let me fast forward it to the part where he was really digging in. I think it was around the 40 something minute mark. It's got to be around this.
Talk about it because I can make fun of it. Tell you don't do this.
Yeah,
he thinks.
Let me just say, Spank's business acumen was trash, man.
Don't worry about it. We got. You know what I'm saying? When a lot of times we probably gonna hire management that's just gonna
take care of everything.
It's gonna be your local guy that. Listen, yo, hey, listen.
I don't want to do it.
Hey, listen. How much was your S600 you got? Let me. Fuck when it worked out. However, I'm retired and I'm going to your show tonight.
I'm gonna say 5-6 years getting into investing. Okay. Because I know that stock market shit.
Nah.
Oh, no.
I want to get to the part where I stopped it.
Paid it all out to him. So looking like. That's too much work.
Yeah, it's like you the
bro,
candy lady.
17,
you the
bro.
candy lady times 100. Like I gotta go to Sam's Club and all day. 35 cents a bag.
That's the hardest part.
But see, I feel like it's a Ponzi scheme because you from Philly, I'm from Atlanta,
right?
And people are telling us to invest in some of the same bullshit.
Same bullshit it is.
It's like, bro, if you're passionate about, it's different strokes for different folks. So I don't want to just shit on the vending machine people.
Right. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. But you know what I'm gonna do?
Because we did it.
I'm gonna set a meeting with you, bro. With Kev's Heartbeat Ventures. That's who I'll be sitting down talking to as well, too.
Yeah, now that's something I can see. I can believe in that.
We're gonna sit down. I'm gonna call him. We're gonna sit down and he ain't gonna lie. He's been helping me with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. I got you. You my guy. Come on, I got you. But so the average NBA player plays for 4 years, and then the following 5 years they go broke.
Easy numbers game, bro.
Yeah.
Easy numbers game. I do it like this. You make $5 million, 2.5 of that gone. You got agent fees, probably another 50 of that gone. You got your dues. A lot of people don't know we got dues for the NBPA. So yeah, you got dues. So everybody put their money in the pot. So you figure you got 450 NBA players. I think the dues is 15 to 20 grand a year. Everybody put it in the pot. That's how we able to get our health care and all of that type of shit.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I wonder if the dues also extend beyond when they retire. So do they still get health care coverage? Because it's kind of like a Ponzi scheme in that the people that's currently in the NBA is still paying for the people that's retired healthcare coverage, which it kind of makes sense because the people that came before them paved the way. And if it wasn't for them making the sacrifices, then they wouldn't have, the revenue today. But I'm assuming that it's all vested or it's invested. And then, ultimately that's the thing that then determines whether or not, they healthcare coverage and stuff like that. But the type of fees, and people don't understand that with a lot of money come a lot of responsibility. The type of fees that a lot of these guys got to experience that then eventually had them going broke is crazy.
You got dues, then you got your personal staff. Right. So I'm talking about just the staff of financial advisor. That's probably 1%. Agent at a high number is gonna get 4%.
Right.
But you can negotiate from 1 to 4.
Okay.
So before you look up, you probably at 1.5 million off of 5 with nothing. And these Benzes that we keep talking about in these mansions and shit, these girlfriends and these Chanel bags, before you know it, you not a millionaire no more.
Right.
You a high thousandaire. On paper, you can tell a motherfucker, fuck you, I'm a millionaire.
Right.
In real life, A lot of that pie gone.
God.
Yeah, so you gotta, so again, and we 17, 18-year-old kids, these are our first experiences. It's gonna take us, I don't care what you go to school for, it's gonna take you 5, 6 years of that experience
Yeah, it is.
to even realize what's happening to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was, hey listen, man, I had a week, I bought a Ferrari and a Lamborghini in the same week, and
Adam Hurley says in the chat, says, give me $1 million, I'll make that shit last my whole life. Cap. All cap, nigga. All cap. You don't even know, dog. That's how I know a lot of y'all ain't really tapped that type of money before, that you ain't never seen it in real life. Nigga, you can't make no $1 million stretch your whole life. As you smoking, you know what the rate of inflation is? Man, look, most people don't even have the business acumen to make. If you can get a return of close to 8 to 9% on your money, you doing crazy. You doing good. Most people don't even know how to flip money. They don't know how to make money. That's not going to last you for the rest of your life. If you got $1 million, it's not going to last you for the rest of your life. I promise you, it's not going to last you for the rest of your life. $1 million ain't what you think it is, big dog. $1 million ain't what you think it is. I spent $1 million, honestly, probably every 4 or 5 months. I spent $1 million on real talk. I spent $1 million at probably every 4 to 5 months. Ain't no way in the world you surviving, in my personal opinion, off of $1 million for the rest of your life. You can miss me with that shit. I'm not going for it. You ain't never gonna convince me, man. Y'all don't even, cause you ain't even used to money. You're not even used to money. Stop it, bro. Stop it. Depends on your lifestyle, man. Get that shit up out of here. No, I'm talking about investing. Oh, okay. It's that easy? Y'all able to flip that type of money that easy? Man, y'all don't know, dog. Dog, you don't even know what life is like until after you spent your first $2 million. Then that's when you start to figure that shit out. I think that y'all off. I think that y'all off. Y'all super off. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. I think y'all capping.
I rationalized it with my financial advisor, and he was like, I can't legally tell you what to do with your money, but I don't think that's a good decision.
Right.
And I said, it's cool. I'll make a bunch of this shit.
That's what you told him.
I did. But I was young.
What year was this? What year? Do you remember?
Man, I had to be 24. I had to be 24, 25 years old.
So it was like your 6th or 7th season?
Yeah, see?
Damn.
Remember when I told you I don't remember a goddamn thing?
Yeah,
but people around me, so 2012.
That's considered the fourth wall right there. Remember we were talking earlier?
Yeah,
like, what's the fourth wall?
Yeah,
That's the fourth wall with
paying
him.
this motherfucker to. But no, like you have.
Dog, I
enjoy
spent last month alone in my personal spending account. I spent $147,000 in January, and that was a slow month for me because in December I spent. Oh wow, I actually saved money. I only spent $155,000 in December. No, yeah, last month in January 2024, I just pulled it up. I spent $147,000. Ain't nobody living like you spent. Man, look, bro. Once you start getting this money, ain't nobody living like you spending $50,000. Nigga, even if you only spend $50,000, that's not gonna, man, y'all crazy, bro. Y'all crazy. Y'all smoking crack. Last month in January 2024, I spent $147,000. That's a fact. I literally just pulled it up on my spending summary. You know me, I don't mind showing receipts. Spending summary for January 2024. It's right there. January 2024. And then I could pull it up. I'll go December 2023, 155. November 2023, 124. We can go into October 2023, and I spent 284 in October in 2023, and it's at the top. And this is Chase. This is the Chase app. This ain't no, see that? This is the Chase app. This ain't no cap. This ain't no screenshots. We don't do none of that shit. This is the Chase app specifically. All right. So we don't do no capping around here. This is real life, real tracking. We don't do none of that. So y'all could do all of that Photoshop, screenshot bullshit if y'all want to. This $1 million ain't shit. $1 million ain't shit. Real talk. So you can miss me with all of that. $1 million will last me for the rest of my life. That's just because you ain't never seen what $1 million look like.
Some of this stuff too,
Yeah,
bro.
you do.
You want to enjoy it, and so it's nobody sitting there giving you real numbers because it's coming in so fast. Money coming in so fast. That's just the contract. Like you might have a shoe deal, you might have some endorsements, so you feel like this shit is gonna be forever. It was culture shock to me. The first week I didn't get a big check from being retired, where it was like,
I gotta figure this shit out.
yeah, like life has begun. Like I feel like my life really started when I retired, bro, because I never spent that much time at home. Never read. Listen, all my mail. My mom has a habit of coming to my house with a shoebox, taking all my mail, taking it to her house, coming back the next day like, boy, you got shit to pay. You don't look at your mail. I'm like, how I'm gonna look at my mail? You come get it every day. You've been doing this for 20 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that was my first time of really introducing myself to my real life.
Yeah.
Like I had never spent weeks at a time in my own crib.
So is that another reason where they say a lot of when athletes retire, they get a divorce too? Because now they home so much.
Hell yeah. You don't really know the woman you married. Like I'm from Atlanta.
Right.
If I'm playing for the Clippers, she might move with me. But I'm on the road 3-4 nights a week. I only got to deal with her for 2 nights at a time.
That's what
I'm saying? I got to deal with her 2 nights at a time during the week. You know how we keep her happy? Keep sending her to the mall. That's how you keep her quiet. That's why it's okay. It's okay. I understand. It's a sacrifice. I'll stay home with the kids. Right. It's okay. You know why? Because she can shop in peace. Right. You ain't in her fucking ear. And you on the road doing whatever you doing. She ain't in your ear. Come home 2 days out that week. Play family. And then you retire and you got to deal with this shit 24/7. And you like, hold on, lady.
You're not going to roll over and play family. You're not going to roll.
And she got to kick her side dude to the side because now you in her face 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Nigga, she don't even like you. Let's keep it 100. She don't even like you. And she got to kick her side. If you don't think these NBA dudes be getting their chicks fucked on, then you on a whole nother ball game. Because I'm just telling you, bro. Listen, now he got to come home. He got to get rid of his side chicks because he can't afford to keep the hoes that he was buying in the first place. Because now this nigga got to figure out how to have his money stretch as long as possible. Nigga, listen, man, I ain't talking about Lou Will. I'm talking about the context that he's having. Let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something. These niggas don't go bankrupt within 5 years of leaving the league for no reason. Because A, she got companionship and she's spending the bag. B, this nigga not going from city to city no more and he got to kick his hoes to the side. D, they don't know each other, which absence does make the heart grow fond if you already have a real connection with the person that you married to, okay? So let's be clear. I do think that people need to be busy. They need to be out of the house. But this motherfucker just hanging around the house all of a sudden playing daddy, nigga, that's not going to fly. That's the biggest killer. That's the biggest killer for all of these people is that They don't have a plan and they don't have insight on how their life is supposed to turn out after they get out of the league. And so that's why you see all of these motherfuckers starting podcasts all of a sudden. Every NBA player all of a sudden want to start a podcast, and half of the podcasts is shit. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Half of these, listen, after a year, a lot of these podcasts are gonna start going away because they not good. They not generating the revenue that they think that it was gonna generate, and so they bored. Dog, I seen Dwayne Wade start a podcast. I said, what? I kid you not, bro. I seen Dwayne Wade. Let me find it. I seen Dwayne Wade start a podcast, bro. I said, man, I'm not about to listen to Dwayne Wade. And so the first time they start a podcast, they start getting all of their famous friends, because a lot of these people think that just because they get their famous friends on a podcast, that's supposed to be hot. They gonna get the most famous people that they can get on a podcast. Dwayne Wade's podcast is called The Why. How many of y'all is checking for Dwayne Wade's podcast, bro? They gonna get their most famous friends and they think that that's finesse. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm not even interested in I'm starting to fall out of love. Like, I only interview who I want to interview now. I'm not even interested in really bringing people on the pod no more, or on my platform no more, unless it's real people. So like, I'm starting to get more into like authentic people, local people, girls that I think is dope and pretty at the same time. I'm starting to get into that. Look at this shit, man. Ain't nobody. I'm not checking for Dwayne Wade.
With a legend, icon named Pat Riley. Rouse, thank you for taking this moment.
You kidding me, man?
Taking it.
But anytime.
So last time we seen each other,
and so we've been together 55 years, and
wow,
this was like the Boston Celtics and Red Auerbach.
I'm not interested in watching this shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not interested in watching this. Man, listen, bro. Honestly, all these people. My goal at this point, honestly, like if I'm really like, I am very much zoned in on finding the people that I want to talk to, if I want to talk to them, and then I'm gonna play it by ear from there. But I'm not talking to nobody I don't want to talk to just for numbers, because my none of my platforms is interdependent on talking to somebody in order for us to be able to do what we gonna do. We all our own entity. I can jump on this bitch and just talk. On Wednesday nights, I get on this motherfucker and I talk for at least an hour straight on a monologue. They need people to bounce ideas off of and bring it out. Man, listen, when you can do a whole stream just based off of your own thoughts by yourself on a regular basis, and that was my thing. Like, I don't feel like I need nobody in order to do what I do. I'ma do what I do. And so now I'm starting to take a step back and like, hey man, everybody doing the fucking same thing. Everybody leaning into their celebrity friends in order to do a podcast and shit like that. And it's like, it's kind of getting corny to me. And so I'm always thinking about what my next move is, and I'm thinking ahead of this shit. Because I don't want to be doing the same thing that these motherfuckers is doing, and they doing it just to try to get some visibility, but it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not authentic. It's not real. Oh, let me go get Pat Riley on here. Man, that shit don't even, it don't hit. It don't hit. And that's why you're seeing a lot of these podcasts going away. I remember when T.I. started a podcast expeditiously, that shit went away. You know what I'm saying? And now they all kind of biting off of Shannon Sharp because Shannon Sharp had created a platform that was more interview worthy and all of that shit. Man, listen, bro. My goal is to run these niggas out the building. Long term. Long term is to run them out the building. I can do both, and I do both. But we gonna get there. We gonna get there. Let's continue to rock.
Roll over, play family like that.
Nah, this is real shit.
Just roll
I said
over.
it. I said it.
Spank laugh too much, bro. Like, sometimes you gotta have a little bit more seriousness when you asking the questions, because you want them to like kind of get their full thoughts off. Like, some of these niggas is not good interviewers, bro.
I said it. Play family. Play
that's
house.
tough, man. Yeah,
You
that's
playing
tough.
house. You on your best behavior, because the moment that you walk out of that door, a lot of my good brothers are who they say they are. Real
Right.
God-fearing family men, and some of us like to play. You know what I'm saying? Some of us, like me included, I say I'm first. So anybody saying I'm talking too much about it,
Right.
I was one of them.
I was one of them.
I was
There
a
you go.
team captain. How about that? You know what I'm saying? But that's the reality. So when you get to a place where, like I said, I was single, so I'm coming home with just my crib.
Yeah.
But
At one
imagine-
point, you weren't single though. You had.
No, I had
Yeah,
two
multiples.
separate cracks at having a family.
Yeah,
it
there you go.
just didn't work out. But
Right.
you come home and you got that scenario where you got a wife, and let's say you don't even have kids involved, or you got a long-time girlfriend. Y'all really got to get to know each other for real, because he's used to spending time with you,
Then dip it.
getting the fuck out of here. Spending time with you, getting the fuck out of here. So how you gonna keep her happy when
every
keep her happy button is send her
Senators.
to the mall?
Right.
And that $500,000 check that you got last week, that ain't a $500,000
coming no
check this week. So this week you got to tell her, I can still send you to the mall, but like, oh, let me see. Let me see.
And that's the problem with these niggas that don't get it out of the mud with the chick that they with. These dudes been leading with money their entire lives, and eventually that junk dry up because they not getting them checks no more, and they've been spending it as fast as they can get it, because it doesn't matter how much money you make, you adjust your lifestyle to whatever it is that you do. And so very rarely can these dudes hold on. Y'all said put the robe on. Yo, Rita, I got two different robes. The robe that I got a robe specifically for the downtown Detroit penthouse, and then I got a different robe for here. Hold on one second. No rush. No rush. Just bring me my other black robe that I got for here. But they've been leading with money their entire lives. And so now, most of these women is only with these niggas because they NBA players and they think that they going to save them. When the money start running out because they didn't manage their finances correctly, and see, this is one of the reasons why you need a dope woman on your side, right? Because a real dope woman, and shout out to all of my chasers and everybody that's a part of the Patreon, a real woman, that's why you see Larsa Pippen hopping from dick to dick right now. She trying to catch a wave. She trying to get in touch with somebody that's going to save her long term, because she don't really have no real talent. Listen, when you think of entertainer, a lot of these people is entertainment in a certain way. Thank you, baby. This robe this is different than the other one. This is the original classic. Much, much different than the one that I got down at the studio. I'm going to put this on in a minute. But a lot of these women is only with these niggas not because they like them, but they with these niggas because they provide a service. They provide money. And so they used to live in that lifestyle, right? But then when these niggas go broke, you're going to see them like Joe Smith. And then they chick is going to be on OnlyFans, or they're going to be monkey branching over into the next dude, or they're going to try to get back into the game, into the limelight, because they used to live in a lifestyle and they can't maintain their lifestyle anymore. So now you're going to see these hoes on Basketball Wives of Atlanta, Basketball Wives of LA, Basketball Wives of Milwaukee and shit, right? Of the OC. They not even wives, they just girlfriends. You're going to see them trying to start an OnlyFans. They're going to be trying to start a little podcast or something. They don't know what the fuck they doing. And they're going to crash the hell out. And so none of these chicks is going to stick around. But let me tell you something. When you get it with a chick out the mud, when you first had that conversation with them and you say, hey, listen, I want to make sure that this shit is going to really be here. And I want to make sure that this is real and that this is not a one-time thing. So what we going to do is we going to make sure that we stay down for the next 5 years. And then we going to start spending our money later. And she say, yeah, I'm with that. I feel that. That's how you know you got you a real one. That's how you know you got you a real one. When you can get down with a chick and she say, and you say, listen, I know let's just use a round number. I know we came up and we got money now and we made $1 million, right? Let's say you make $1 million, because I understand everybody ain't getting it the way that some of us is getting it, right? Let's say you say, yeah, I made $1 million or whatever, and we starting this businesses, but we, instead of spending this money, we gonna reinvest it. We could take us a little trip here and there, but we not gonna get no new cars. We not gonna change our crib. We not gonna change our lifestyle. We just gonna make sure that we stay down with this shit. And let's just hold on for a few years and run this junk up until we got a net worth of $10 million. And then once we get a net worth of $10 million and we got enough assets spitting off enough stuff to where we can maintain a lifestyle, then we gonna start breaking out and then we gonna start spending money. When you get you a chick that's like, okay, yeah, I'm down with that type of shit, but she not complaining in order to try to spend money with her friends, that's the type of woman that you want to be with. If the woman is only going to be there because you can buy her a Chanel bag or you can get her a G550 or you can put her in a nice car and a nice crib and she wanted to have your kids, so just in case anything happens, she can get child support from your ass, leave that bitch. Fuck her. You want a woman that actually wants to ride out with you, not a woman. That's why you got to stay with your day ones. Man, look, for all of y'all NBA players that be watching me and checking out my stuff, let me tell you something. For all you dudes that's getting money or you going to be getting money and you don't know what you're going to do yet, fuck these bitches, bro. Don't spend one dime on a chick. Can't no woman out here, I don't care how much money I make, it ain't one woman that can come out here and say, Anton bought me a handbag, Anton bought me some whatever, blah, blah, blah. The only women that could say that is the women that actually are employed by me. Or people that got bonuses or some shit like that generate revenue and that we bust down bags together. But man, fuck them hoes, bro. Y'all keep leading with y'all money to make them hoes like y'all. They don't want y'all. They want the lifestyle that come with it. Nigga, even Tom Brady couldn't hold on to his chick when he was ready to retire. She was up out of there. Now Tom Brady is out here doing Hertz commercials and shit, and I'm sure he's still getting money and got a bag and all of that because he's Tom Brady. But nigga, she was going on the end of his career. At the tail end of his career, he couldn't even keep his chick. And they can't maintain this, bro. They can't maintain a lifestyle that got her, and they led with their money. And that's the thing. I seen a clip. I'm gonna get back to this Lil Will real quick. I seen a clip where a chick was like, where it was a bunch of chicks during the Super Bowl. They said, I'm a football player's girlfriend. I didn't say that. I'm a football player's girlfriend. I seen that junk on TikTok. I was like, look at these raggedy hoes. That's why if you wasn't getting it out the mud with me, I don't know you. I know some football players right now that's fucked up. And when I say fucked up, I mean fucked up. Money short, taxes owed, PTSD, broke, child support, back child support, owe millions of dollars, ain't got a dime to their name. Nigga, I can go and buy they rings right now. I know them in real life. And they don't know what the fuck they gonna do. They just out here living off their name. Corny ass niggas, man.
See what else I got on the forecast before
Right.
we spend the money on that, and that's when a lot of those dynamics, what you're used to, and the life that y'all have been accustomed to having for years at a time. Like you talk about a career worth of time, bro. If you're a 10-year vet, and let's add the kids in, bring the kids into the scenario. Now the kids getting older.
And they can't go to private school no more. And you ain't got no money to pay for them to go to college. And you hoping for your kids to make the NBA so that they can revive what it is that you got going on.
I want them to move every time you move. You might be at the tail end of your career where you're going to have a bunch of stops.
Right.
That's just how it go at the end of your career. Your ass just starts sliding all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Now you got a 9-year-old. You don't want that 9-year-old to not have a consistent home, consistent friends, build a sense of community, build a sense of herself, be able to grow and become herself. So now you say, well, wifey, you stay at home. Mm-hmm. You stay where you are with the baby or with the babies or whatever. I'm going to go out on the road. So now you spending months at a time without your family. So when you come home, man, y'all don't know who y'all are.
I ain't talking about his money, James Sharp. I'm talking about the lifestyle. The fact that he had to readjust his norm to coming back home and being home every day versus being out in the streets and doing whatever it is that he's doing and whatever his cultural norm is.
For longer than
Who that little nigga?
Yeah, for real. Straight up. Because you know what it is? You get into your room, you check in, do your check-in phone call,
Right.
go back to living your life.
life.
She go back to managing the house. So you know your wife for 5 minutes at a time for real.
Wow.
So hell yeah, she leaving your ass when that shit when the
Right,
shit
when
that
shit
keep a
don't-
smile on her
right,
face ain't there no more. That resource ain't there no more, and it get different.
Never looked at it like that.
Yeah.
I never looked at it like that. See how much information you can get
And they
sit
crash.
down and have a conversation with somebody like an NBA vet / retired. How about
I'm gonna read that super chat shortly.
I felt
Shout out
like
to
you
you.
about to say some wild shit.
no? I'm not.
Anytime a motherfucker clear their throat and look up,
No, because
when they come down, go ahead, let me
no,
hear
I'm
it.
about to segue into when you retired, right? You know, we know each other. So when we retired, you had put a post on your story. And the
shit,
post
what'd I
on
say?
your story was on some Big 3 type thing, right? With Ice Cube and all
Ah,
that.
you good.
So I was like,
You good,
oh,
boy.
shit.
Hey,
My-
you good, boy. You did this
Hey,
shit
come
before?
on. Hey, come on, bro. I did it a couple times.
You did this before?
So when you retired, we thinking, oh, God, Lou going to the Big 3
man.
now. What happened with that, bro?
I thought it was
Yeah, everybody hype. Like, oh, shit, my guy Lou going to be in the Big 3 now.
I thought it was premature for me to do it so fresh out of the league.
Out of the league.
I thought it was fresh. However, I was a fan of the league.
Right.
If anybody recall, I went to the very first Big 3 event in Brooklyn, New York. I was there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was there because
Shouts out to Ice Cube. Yeah.
shout out to Cube for sure. Cube texted me and I didn't text him back. No disrespect. But I just felt like I ain't responding.
How do y'all know what the net worth for these people are? Stop looking on the internet because that is not a dick. It could be way more than 300 million for Tom Brady. It could be less. I'm sure he getting the bag, and I'm sure that Tom Brady is going to be rich forever. Stop depending on the internet to tell y'all what people's net worth is. Y'all don't know. These motherfuckers most of the time don't even know what their net worth is. Is the internet they don't who is doing this research to actually be able to understand all of the investments and all of the money that Tom Brady has? Y'all don't know what these people net worth is. Stop listening to the internet. It's not accurate. It's not true. All right?
Back in the right time, so I just let it be. So
Right.
no disrespect to Cube. But yeah, for that man right there, AI was the guy that was being featured.
Yeah.
So I flew up to New York. I thought it was a dope concept, and I was like, man, this is cool as hell.
Yeah.
And I got there in Brooklyn, man, and it was a ruckus environment. And I remember my first thought was, I don't think AI know what he signed up for,
Right.
because I felt like my brother thought it was gonna be like an all-star game type of environment,
Yeah,
some
friendly.
fun, friendly, be able to do tricks.
Right.
And when I got there, the first game was going on, and Corey Maggette had tore his ACL right in front of me.
Yep. I remember that game.
And I remember thinking, oh shit, I don't think my brother know this is going on. Like, this is not gonna last long. You know what I'm
a
saying?
lot of players that first season, a lot of players got hurt.
A lot of guys, because I don't think they realized it was gonna be as competitive as it was and as it's turned into be. And I think that's one of the reasons why Cube isn't getting bigger names, bigger marquee guys, because man, you spend decades and years of highly competitive shit.
Right.
So when you retire and then you go into another thing,
Right.
that's really not the energy really not the energy that you own.
what you
That's
want,
why
yeah.
you see now it's turned into a hybrid where the NBA players that he do have, they're older guys and they're getting celebrated, or they're coaching, and then the young guys, the young overseas guys, the street ball guys are carrying the league because they are still in such of a competitive mind state.
Right.
Yeah, that's dope. But I think that the key thing that we got from this was that Lou Will was basically telling you that a lot of these people are leading with their bag and they leading with their money. And it's not what they think that it is. And ultimately, it turns into a situation where a lot of these guys can't maintain a lifestyle that they signed up for or that they signed up their family for. And it's not the same. It's not the same. And so if you're not on top of it, You're gonna lose your family, you're gonna lose your chick, you're gonna lose your side chicks, you're gonna lose all of the women that you got on the road. And they ain't even tripping because they just gonna move over to the next one, and then they gonna get old and age out, and they gonna turn into the Larsa Pippins. I don't even know how Larsa Pippen continue to do what she doing and continuing to hold on to the dudes that she holding on to, but that's wild as fuck.